Hey guys, to give y'all a brief overview of my testimony, um, I was saved about 7 years old. I grew up in a Christian home. Both my parents are very strong Christians. Like I said before, um, living in a Christian home is what helped me become saved at an early age, as well as going to church very regularly. My parents pretty much forced us to go to church when we were younger, and eventually it became to a point where we actually enjoyed going. We got involved with things such as like going to youth group and doing like small groups and Bible studies here and there, and we enjoyed it, and it kind of helped us grow in our faith. And I also went to a Christian school from 5K to 12th grade, and I guess you could say I kind of grew up in a Christian bubble my whole life, but I never really understood what it meant to be a Christian until right around high school up to my freshman year at North Greenville. And one, well, actually, for one of my visual aids, I chose this book. You can't really see it, but it's called The Cost of Discipleship. And my Sunday school teacher gave me this book when I graduated from high school. And one quote that really stuck out in this book, he talks about cheap grace and costly grace. And you have to really read the book to understand what it's getting at or what the whole point of these two terms are. But costly grace is the gospel which must be sought after again and again, the gift which must be asked for, the door which a man must know. It is costly grace because it cost a man his life, and it is grace because it gives man the only true life. And when I read this book my freshman year, it kind of gave me a different perspective, so to speak, of what it truly means to be a follower, that it's not just about myself, but it's about others. And my the fall of my sophomore year, which was just this past fall, I was in one of Michael Engine's classes for Intro to Youth Ministry, and one of the things he always talked about was the MIT, which is the most important thing, and that's supposed to be a person's walk with Christ. And my second visual aid, I chose my Bible, and one verse that really stuck out was Micah 6:8, because at the very end it talks about walking with Christ, and that's what God requires of you. And that really played a huge role in my life, because it kind of helped put things together. When my youth pastor was diagnosed with cancer about a year or so ago, I kind of realized what exactly that truly meant. And my last visual aid, I chose a book my sister gave me, which is called Live Second, and it's a devotion, or a bunch of devotions about some of the videos on YouTube that are about living second, with the whole propaganda of I am second. And one of the videos I watched was about a guy named Baron Batch, who made a very good point in his video where it says, if you were 1,000 steps away from God, God would take 999 steps just so you would take that one. And all these things kind of helped me gain a full perspective of what it means to be a Christian, and has impacted my life as I've grown in my faith with Christ.